I'm Bobbinette Carey, and welcome to This Week in Comics, where I'll be going over the latest in Marvel, DC, IDW, and Dark Horse comics. Of course, these are my personal opinions on comics, and I'm not hired by Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, nor IDW to give this opinion. These are just comics that I preference, and possibly you might like to check out yourself. So, we're going to start out with a few Marvels. Dark Reign, Dark Avengers, Issue 3. Now, the Dark Avengers are led by a person in an Iron Man suit, but not Tony Stark, Norman Osborn. How did Norman Osborn get a hold of the Tony Stark suit? The Secret Invasion. After everything that happened with the Skrulls, Tony Stark's no longer in power. In fact, he's a wanted man. Norman Osborn disbanded the Avengers, disbanded S.H.I.E.L.D., and is now leading Hammer. Don't ask me what it stands for, but that's what's in charge now. Norman Osborn with the Dark Avengers, their Wolverine, which is actually Draken dressed up in one of the Wolverine costumes. For those of you that don't know, Draken, Wolverine's son, is now pretending to be his father. There's also a Hawkeye, which is played by Bullseye, and the only real Avenger in there is Miss Marvel. There is a god, unfortunately it's Ares. Now the first two were iffy comics, but the third one they're launching right into it with Doctor Doom and Morgan Le Fay, or as some of you know from King Arthurian lore, Morgana. Now the third is actually the better of the installments, and it's starting to gain action, gain course, and they're actually going back into history, all the way back to when Morgana was in power, and because she's trying to change the timelines. So I'd say it's a Bendis comic, which great writer. So check out the third one if you're going to get into this series. Moving along, we're going into Ultimatum, Issue 3. Ultimatum is the end of the Ultimate Universe. Now, the Ultimate Universe is a completely different spin on all the Marvel heroes that we're used to. The X-Men, Spider-Man dating Kitty Pryde, and then there's the Fantastic Four who went to school together. Not necessarily the stories we're used to. And this is the end of it. The entire Ultimate Universe is being destroyed. By whom? Magneto. Now, for anyone who loves the villain that Magneto is, I would recommend picking up 1 through 3 of these. Now, the second one that I've been waiting for this for months, because they've been pushing it back, because to end an entire universe for comics, it's a lot. So the second one left everyone shocked because we saw Magneto snap Professor Xavier's neck. Yes, Professor Xavier's dead. Issue 3 tells us who exactly is still alive, which isn't that many people. We saw, by the end of this issue, we saw Giant Man get blown to bits. We know Jan's dead, and Thor is stuck essentially in hell, all so that way Valkyrie and Captain America could fight this battle. Now, in the Ultimate Universe, there's not the Avengers, there's the Ultimate, instead of the Ultimate Avengers. Now, for those of you who want to try to find out more about the Ultimates, you can rent the DVD, The Ultimate Avengers, which is based on the first volume of the graphic novel of The Ultimates. But Ultimatum is the end of this series. Many heroes are dying, and it's essentially Magneto getting revenge. What would Magneto want revenge for? Pietro and Wanda, a.k.a. Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch, were killed. I personally don't read Ultimate X-Men, but that is the catalyst that starts it all, is his kids being killed. When we come back, we'll be continuing on with more Marvel, and possibly delve into some DC.